So Jesus takes Peter, James, and John up this mountain, right? Just the three of them. And something amazing happens. Jesus' appearance changes. His clothes turn super bright, like whiter than anything you could imagine. And then, out of nowhere, Moses and Elijah show up and start talking with him. Now Peter, he's kind of freaking out. He's like, Jesus, maybe we should build 3 shelters, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah. He's just saying something because he doesn't know what else to do. And then boom, a cloud comes over them. And a voice from the cloud says, "This is my beloved son, listen to him." Next thing you know, Moses and Elijah are gone, and it's just Jesus standing there again, like normal. As they're walking back down the mountain, Jesus tells them, "Hey, don't talk about what you just saw until after the Son of Man rises from the dead." And the disciples are like, "Wait, what does he mean by rising from the dead?" They're confused, trying to figure it out. Then they ask Jesus, "Why do the teachers of the law say Elijah has to come first?" And Jesus is like, "Elijah does come first to restore everything. But guess what? He's already come, and people did whatever they wanted to him, just like they're going to do to the Son of Man." He's talking about John the Baptist here, but the disciples don't fully get it yet. Now let's break it down. Why did this happen? Why did Jesus suddenly glow? And why were Moses and Elijah there? Well, it's showing that Jesus is greater than both of them. Moses represents the law, Elijah represents the prophets, and Jesus is the fulfillment of both. That's why God speaks from the cloud and says, "Listen to him." It's like God is saying, "This is the one you need to follow now." And Peter, man, he's always quick to speak. He sees Jesus shining, sees these 2 legendary figures, and his first thought is, "Let's set up tents." But Jesus isn't about staying on the mountain. He's about completing his mission, going to the cross, rising from the dead, and bringing salvation. So what's the takeaway? Sometimes we want to stay in those mountaintop moments. With God, those experiences where we feel his presence so strong. But Jesus shows us that we can't just stay up there. There's a mission. There's a purpose. And most importantly, the Father says, listen to him. That's the whole point. Listen to Jesus. A good verse to add here is 2 Peter 1, verse 16 to 18, where Peter actually talks about this moment later on. He says, "We didn't make up clever stories when we told you about the power and coming of Jesus Christ. We saw his majesty with our own eyes. We heard that voice from heaven saying, 'This is my Son, whom I love.'" Peter was there. He saw it, he heard it, and he's telling people this is real. It's not a myth. Jesus is exactly who he says he is. And that's the message. Jesus is the one to listen to, the one to follow. The law and the prophets were leading up to him, and now it's all about him.